Hello, everybody. My name is Elisa, and I am presenting The Other today. The author that I have chosen is Martha Nussbaum in Educating Citizens because I agree with all the points that she makes. Martha Nussbaum explains the way that we interpret what the other is through the way that we see ourselves in comparison to society and the way we also conceive what good is. According to her, the helplessness that we experience when we are babies and the fact that we are dependent on other people to fulfill our needs not only make us feel that we are the center of the world, but also we feel sad for not getting things at the same moment that we need them. That controversy brings the internal clash of civilization inside of us, which is the battle between not getting what we want at the moment we do, and the fact that we believe that we are perfect and deserve everything. Later on in our life, this battle turns, as a result, later on in our life, this battle turns into anxiety and aggression towards others. Another point that Nussbaum brings up is the fact that society makes us believe how being strong and in control is so important, and therefore we admire the strong people and dismiss whoever is not. Um, that also lead us to disregard minorities like women and whoever has some kind of disability. We see this group as dirty, as shameful and weak. Everything that we believe to be part of being helpless, which is something that we don't want to be. Nussbaum suggests ways to try and eliminate the hierarchy that follows this problem by changing the way that we see others. She actually believed that it has to start with the way that we perceive helplessness as babies and as kids. Um, it has to start with the family's message to the children about weakness as being part of humanity, and later on in the school system. Um, the quote that I have chosen that represent Nussbaum's point are as follows. The expectation of being attended to constantly, the infantile omnipotence, so well captures in Freud's phrase, His Majesty the baby, is joined to the anxiety and the shame of knowing that one is not in fact omnipotent but completely powerless. As baby, we believe that we are the center of the world and everyone else has to be slave to our needs, but we are also helpless, who depend on others to get what we need and want. And that controversy leads to the internal clash that Martha Nussbaum is talking about. And that clash leads to frustration and later on develop aggression against others due to our frustration about ourselves. The second quote is the political struggle for freedom and equality must first of all be a struggle within each person as comparison and respect contend against fear, greed, and narcissistic aggression. The aggression starts inside of us, and that's why we have to fight it and overcome it first inside of us in order to prevent it from happening outside against others. The compassion and the respect are achieved within and then applied toward others. In other words, we have to fight this aggression that we have inside of us so we can prevent from taking it on others. The third quote is one effective way to distance ourselves thoroughly from one's own animality is to project the properties of animality, bad smell, ooziness, slimminess, onto some group of people as contaminating or defilling, turning into an underclass and in effect a boundary or a buffer zone between the anxious person and the feared and stigmatized property of animality. In order for us to distance ourselves from our weaknesses, We project them on others, and that makes a barrier between the weaknesses and us. We believe that this weakness is no longer part of us. It's actually part of the others. And that makes us believe that also the others are dirty and shameful, which is something that we are not. Um, the first quote that I have chose is meanwhile, children learn from adult societies around them, which typically direct this projective disgust onto one or more concrete subordinate groups: African American, Jews, women, homosexual, poor people, lower caste, in the Indian caste hierarchy. Children learn from the adults to see other groups as disgusting, as shameful, and especially the minorities who seem always weaker. And then it is easier to project the disgust and the shame on the other groups. Um, the fifth and last quote that I have chosen is the one that actually explains what Martin Nussbaum believed to be um, what we can do to prevent this from happening, and the way we can see others more from their own view, the way that they see things, and then that will create empathy. Um, so the sources of social hierarchy lie deep in human life. The internal clash can never be fought on the terrain of the school or university alone, but must involve the family and the larger society. Because the source of hierarchy starts and develops deep inside of us, school can help fighting it. However, it has to come from also our family, and it has to be deep in society so it can endorse it and help shape the message that we are all human and we are all weak and have weaknesses equally. Thank you very much.